side over and over.
Welcome to the Movie Summary channel. If you like the featured video, please watch it in the theaters near you, or buy or rent the original movie from the links provided in the description. Like and share the video as it will help us out, and comment on what movies you like to be featured next. Movie Summary does not condone piracy and follows and complies with the fair use law. Now, let's watch the featured video. Simply sit tight, relax, and enjoy the video. Be aware that there is heavy spoilers ahead.
Come back from that mother...
Part 1, year 1994. In the town of Shadowside, bookstore employee Heather Watkins is closing up shop at the mall. She gets a phone call from her friend Ryan Torres, who shows up to surprise her at the mall. Things go dark and quiet, and Heather finds herself stalked by a figure wearing a hoodie and a skull mask. She runs through the mall and attempts to fight him off, but he ultimately corners her in the middle of the mall and stabs her to death. He takes off the mask to reveal himself as Ryan, looking possessed, and continues to try and stab Heather until he is shot dead by Sheriff Nick Good. 7 other people are reported dead. The credits feature news reports and clippings of all the murders that have plagued Shadowside for decades, with many believing the town to harbor psychos. However, the urban legend states that there is a witch by the name of Seraphir involved in everything. Elsewhere in Shadowside is Dina Johnson, who lives with her nerdy younger brother Josh and their father. They go to school together, and Dina notices tributes at Heather's locker. She goes to the bathroom and finds her friends Kate and Simon, Fred Hetchinger, along with a spray-painted message relating to Seraphir's curse. Kate offers Dina some drugs since she is selling pills in secret, but Dina declines. That night, a candlelight vigil is held for the victims of the mall slaying, joined by students from the rival town of Sunnyvale. Dina is upset to see her ex-girlfriend Samantha Fraser with a guy, Peter, who gropes her. The girls confront each other in private, with Dina being upset that Sam chose to live with her mother in Sunnyvale after her parents' divorce, especially because her mom doesn't like Dina due to their relationship. During the vigil, Peter makes snide comments about how there's always a tragedy happening in Shadowside, leading to a brawl between students from both schools. On the bus ride home, Peter, joined by Sam and one of his buddies, chases after the Shadowside bus to pelt them with junk. Dina opens the emergency exit to throw a cooler at the car until her nose starts bleeding. She drops the cooler on the car, causing Peter to crash nearby in the woods. Sam gets out, injured, and then sees flashes of some kind of satanic ritual. She is later taken to the hospital. All the students then claim that the car crash was just an accident to spare anyone from getting into trouble. The next night, Dina tries to call for Sam's hospital room, but her mom refuses to let Dina talk to her. She hears a ringing at the door and looks across the street to see the same skull mask figure standing outside, believing it to be Peter playing a prank. Meanwhile, Kate and Simon are babysitting 2 girls when they also seem to encounter Skull Mask. Kate leaves the girls with a neighbor for safety. Dina goes to Kate and claims that it's Peter, so they go to the hospital themselves to confront Sam and tell her to call Peter off. Sam claims that Peter has been there all night, which leads to Dina and Sam having an argument before Peter is impaled by Skull Mask. He kills 2 other hospital employees before the teens flee from the hospital. The group tries to report the attack to Sheriff Good, but he thinks it's just another prank since they have been getting calls about a copycat killer all weekend. Dina manages to grab Good's gun off him before leaving. Outside, Simon has an encounter with a young woman, Ruby Lane, who is singing an old tune. Simon approaches her and is slashed with a razor. Ruby attempts to attack Simon until Dina shoots Ruby down, but it doesn't kill her, and she heals herself. They run back to the Johnson house, where Josh recognizes her as Ruby Lane because he has done his research on all the murders in Shadowside. Ruby killed her boyfriend, friends, and then herself decades earlier. He also has info on other killers from Shadowside, such as a killer at Camp Nightwing, a milkman that killed housewives, a deformed boy who murdered his brothers, and a grifter killing random people in town. All of it connects to Seraphir, who was hanged for witchcraft in 1666 but cut off her cursed hand and left it in the town to reach from beyond the grave and claim victims. The group goes to the site of the crash, where they discover that it is the grave of Seraphir. Sam touched the grave and saw visions, which is why they are facing the spirits of those previously possessed by Sarah. They attempt to bury Sarah's bones, only to be pursued by the Camp Nightwing killer. It turns out that since Sam earlier coughed blood on Simon's shirt, they are drawn to them because of Sarah's blood. The teens then go to the high school, where they change clothes and plot to trap the spirits. Dina and Sam briefly hook up again before Ruby, Skull Mask, and Camp Nightwing Killer make their returns. The teens trap them in a room rigged to blow, and the room explodes, seemingly burning the killers to death. Unfortunately, they begin to regenerate, forcing the teens to run again. The group realizes that the killers want Sam, and from Josh's old clippings, he finds that there was a survivor of the Camp Nightwing murders called C. Berman, who was apparently dead for 2 minutes before being revived, and it allowed her to escape the murders. The teens try calling her but only get her answering machine. They then head to a supermarket where they plan to have Sam die via an overdose of Kate's drugs before reviving her. The 3 killers make their appearance soon enough, with Dina trying to help Sam while the other 3 run. Sam vomits the pills before it can work. Skull Mask attacks Kate and stabs her in the gut before putting her head through a bread slicer, while Camp Nightwing Killer drives an axe into Simon's skull. Just before the killers can get the rest of them, Dina drowns Sam in a tank, causing the killers to disappear. Dina and Josh jam EpiPens into Sam's body until she finally wakes up. The survivors give their account to Good, who thinks Kate and Simon were behind the murders, but Dina, Josh, and Sam defend them as their friends. When Sam's mom goes to pick her up, Sam defiantly kisses Dina in front of her mom and plans to continue their relationship. Dina and Sam hang out at home that night. Dina goes to answer the phone and hears the voice of C. Berman. She is surprised to know that Dina is alive because, according to Berman, there is no stopping the witch. Dina turns around to find a now-possessed Sam having stabbed her. After a struggle, Dina subdues Sam and ties her up just as Josh runs back upstairs. Dina then looks at Sam and vows to bring her back, all while Sam roars at her.
Over and over.
Thank you for watching our featured video here in Movie Summary. I hope you have enjoyed watching our videos. Please like and share this video on your social media, and subscribe to our channel to help us grow. Comment down below on what movies you like to be featured next, and click the notification bell so that you will be notified every time we post new videos. Bye for now, and see you in the next upload of our next videos.
Try not to die.
Welcome to the suck.
Come back from that motherfucker.